But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. And then you would get more and more adventurous. And you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
Alright, and that's the Xbox Series X, the new gaming console coming out in late 2020. So, let's talk about the design for this console. So for the design, it's built pretty similar to a tower. So there is different gaming PCs that replicate this tower-like design, and I think it's built mainly for, the convenience of having something just there, not super wide, just being pretty much put anywhere in any spot that has, room, obviously, for the height and everything. But apparently you can keep it on the ground as well if you don't like it standing up, so I guess it's not that bad. But I do like that feature, it being vertical. It has a fan on the top as well, I'm guessing for heat ventilation. I like the design overall, and I think it would be, it's a very good move forward for Microsoft. So here we have an article from Microsoft just basically announcing the release of the Xbox Series X and what their vision and mission and goals that they want to accomplish with this new Xbox. So just want to read it and give a little bit of insight from it. So let's go ahead and get that started. So starting with this paragraph, Microsoft writes, "The Xbox Series X will be our fastest, most powerful console ever and set a new bar of performance, speed, and compatibility, allowing you to bring your gaming legacy, thousands of games from 3 generations and move more forward with you." So right here, they making their claim that this is the fastest console that they have ever created, and possibly ever created, which could be true. And then they follow that with talking about their backwards compatibility with the games from previous generations, like the Xbox One, Xbox 360, and the original Xbox. So games from those generations of consoles will be available in this new Xbox Series X. If you're an Xbox lifer, if you're a Microsoft lifer, then this is very, very good news for you. And I know the Xbox One X also had capabilities to do this, so I guess it's not really that groundbreaking, but it's interesting to see where they want to go as far as, having these games available. Are they going to recreate or further optimize these games to look as good as they can being on this new console, playing 4K at 60 FPS or maybe even better? That is yet to be disclosed, but if it doesn't end up being that way, then it's not the end of the world. But I think that would be a little bit disappointing if they didn't at least try. Being from a gamer's perspective, that's always good. Processing power is a need, and it's very important. It's a little detail that everyone appreciates, because if you're like me, you've had, like a PC or a gaming console from the past not perform well under, under various conditions, like having a lot of things running in the background and everything too, just having a slow dashboard interface, stuff like that. They're saying that this new Xbox Series X is the answer. They continue here saying it's bold and unique, very much like our fans around the world and the team of collaborators and innovators who built it. So here it sounds like they're taking a lot of their fans' criticisms and they're trying to redo their wrongs, rewrite their wrongings, focus on the collaborators and innovators, the people that create these games, that create these worlds and universes, and their fans. And it sounds like they're trying to shift the direction of their console from just a family entertainment or living room entertainment system to more focus on the gaming aspect of the console, but while also having the ability to be an entertainment system for the general population. In the previous generations, Microsoft has been trying to appease to these family center, entertainment center type of consoles, trying to focus on those more. But in recent years, things such as like the Chromecast, they have the Amazon Fire Stick that are way more mobile and more convenient as well, compared to the Xboxes, carrying around a console with all the wiring and stuff. So it seems like Microsoft is finally coming to their senses and they're like, you know what, maybe the entertainment side of this console is not for us, or it's not going to be working for us because of all these other companies just aiming for the same type of streaming platform. So it's nice to see that they're trying to focus more on the gaming side of the console. And in this paragraph, Microsoft writes, alongside Xbox Series X, we also unveiled the new Xbox wireless controller. Its size and shape have been refined to accommodate an even wider range of people, and it also features a new share button to make new capturing screenshots and game clips simple, and a hybrid D-pad inspired by the Xbox Elite Wireless Control Series 2. The new Xbox wireless controller will be compatible with Xbox One and Windows 10 PCs and will be included with every Xbox Series X. Okay, so Microsoft designed a new controller that will be a little bit bigger, and it's going to be apparently more comfortable for new users. So people of big sizes, small sizes, big hands, small hands, lengthy hands, stuff like that. That's basically going to help them just be more comfortable overall with the controller, which has been a concern for other people. So it's nice to see that Microsoft is trying to appease them. And as far as the share button is concerned, I believe that there was a share button similar to the last Xbox controller. Maybe I'm wrong. I know that you can, record video on it or like a replay, but I'm not sure if you could share it off the bat. So I guess that's pretty cool. It's nothing groundbreaking. PlayStation, Sony has done this already. So it looks like, just another case of the competitor trying to do the same thing as their rival. So I guess that's cool. It's nothing, really big or anything. Also here, Microsoft says, the possibilities of what Xbox Series X enables developers to achieve was also brought to life this evening with the unveiling of Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, a sequel to the award-winning Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice from world-renowned developers Ninja Theory. The game is being built to leverage the full power of the Xbox Series X. The footage shared tonight was captured in-engine and reflects the power of Xbox Series X available to developers to deliver new universes, experiences, and games in ways you have never imagined. Now, if you watch this trailer, it's pretty good. Kind of weird, the game seems kind of weird overall, but if you watch it, the graphics, the environment that the game presents, keep in mind it's in-engine, so of course it's going to look a lot better than actual in-game gameplay. But, you know, it's very promising. If you watch the video, maybe I'll show some in a second, if I can. So if you watch the trailer, it looks very good. The graphics are phenomenal. It looks very promising, so it shows what collaborators, game developers can expect from this hardware, and hopefully this will encourage them to use it more, because they have a whole bunch of different I guess development tools and, you know, graphics tools that they can use in order to make their games better. So this is a good step forward for Microsoft. I like that they're trying to, you know, not only get the fans on board with this new console, but also game developers as well too. And, you know, hopefully from this we'll be getting a lot better games than we have in previous years, because honestly, I don't remember the last time I got really excited for a game, you know, like a AAA title game that's been coming out, other than maybe God of War. But other than that, it's been, you know, games have been kind of lackluster, let's just say. And in this paragraph, they get into more of the technical side of the Xbox and what we could expect, the promises and the possibilities that come with owning an Xbox Series X. So let's dive in. So Microsoft says, from a technical standpoint, this will manifest as world-class visuals in 4K and 60 FPS, with possibility of up to 120 frames per second, including support for variable refresh rate and 8K compatibility. Okay, so they're promising a 4K at 60 FPS for sure for this new console, which before the Xbox One X did provide a 4K, but it did not guarantee a 60 FPS, you know, 60 frames per second. The Xbox One X didn't promise 60 FPS, promised, you know, up to 60 FPS. There's a lot of the games that don't run at 60 FPS for the X, so this new console will guarantee 60 frames per second at 4K. So that's good. That's a good promise. I believe that they can do that. I don't doubt that ability. But the possibility up to 120 frames per second and 8K compatibility, that's very interesting. It's going to take a lot of firepower for this thing to support the 8K compatibility at 120 frames per second. If anybody is looking to watch, you know, high resolution video like sports or movies, streaming, stuff like that, then this is a good bargain deal for you. Because as far as other, you know, streaming platforms, I guess, like the Roku, Chromecast, Amazon Fire Stick, I think only the Fire Stick has 4K capability. But remember, these are just promises. It's not guaranteed. Right now, you're only getting guaranteed the 4K at 60 FPS. Microsoft continues and says, powered by our custom-designed processor leveraging the latest Zen 2 and next-generation RDNA architecture from our partners at AMD, from a gamer's perspective, I don't like the fact that they chose AMD for their processing capabilities. I know from experience, I've had AMD before, AMD processors, motherboards, and now I own Intel motherboards and processors. That Intel is a lot better for gaming. I mean, Intel is just running away with the W. Now, I don't know if there's any issues with the pricings or compatibility. Maybe competition plays a role in this, but I don't know why they chose AMD. Could be for either one of those reasons. And if it is, then I guess I understand. But, I mean, it's not too big of a deal, but the difference between the benchmarks compared to Intel and AMD, honestly, it makes a big difference in just the gaming experience. And Microsoft continues here. Additionally, our patented variable rate shading, VRS, technology will allow developers to get even more out of the Xbox Series X GPU, and our next generation SSD will virtually eliminate load time. So here, Microsoft creates a failsafe by, I'm just, taking it phrase by phrase, is virtually eliminate load times, in air quotes. So it's not gonna do away with load times, like there's not gonna be no load times. I mean, there's gonna be less of them, whatever that means. I imagine this is probably not the last time we're gonna see load times, but you know what, if they fulfill this promise, or not promise, but hype, I guess you could say, expectation for this new generation console, then hey, that would be impressive on Microsoft's part. So this is basically the end of the article. I just wanted to read that just for, just to introduce the console and kind of view it more in detail. I know this is only the start. We're going to be keeping updates with the new console as much as, they'll be willing to give us, but overall, I think it looks cool. I like the design. I don't care if it's a little bit bigger, but if it can, if it can live up to the standard of 4K at 60 FPS, and then a possibility of, doing better than that at 8K, then hey, I'm all for it. I might think about getting it. Haven't seen much on the new PlayStation console yet, but if I do, I will make another video detailing on that. But overall, I'm satisfied with the new Xbox. It looks like Microsoft is trying to just focus more. It looks like Microsoft is trying to focus more on the gaming aspect of the console, which they should have done the whole time. But at least they're learning from their mistakes, and let's see if they execute it well, which I guess not really doubt them. But anyways, thank y'all for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, then to make sure to comment down below and let me know what you want to see. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see y'all later.